so what happens is, that's what happens when you live in a lie. When you live in a lie. You don't know it. Nobody will tell you. And then you have to look at radio shows like this here, because NBC is not going to tell you. NBC is not going to tell you.
You know what's one thing? I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't want to forget. One thing. I got a lot of emails to ask you. A lot of people, they told me next time I interview, they wanted to specifically ask you about Obama and this Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. Do you have some information on that? Because they feel as though that gives them dictator-like powers or something like that. Do you?
No. Ho. That's why I wish you had your computer. I would tell you to look up executive order, President executive order signed by President Obama in 2012. If you have somebody you know, have them look it up and call and read it. Then, if y'all want to eat and sleep tonight, if somebody calls in with it, you don't want to hear it, don't. Because we're so stupid, we'll go and be checked and tell the doctor if it's cancer, I don't want to know.
Right.
If it's cancer, I do not want to know about it. And so, I was kind of looking for the paper. So if you know anybody, that you can slip away from the phone and call them and tell them to look Executive Order 13603. Executive Order 13603. And when if you know them, somebody who got a computer close by, and then we can read it to the people, and they will see. But meanwhile, let me show you this here. Y'all talking about an election. And those of y'all that's sitting next to your computer, when we look at Donald Trump, first Donald Trump broke. Donald Trump ain't never owned none of that stuff. That was CIA, drug money, and mob money.
Oh, yeah?
You know, none of those casinos he owned is working now. They all went bankrupt, right?
Right, I heard that, yeah.
I know some of you older folks out there remember when Donald Trump bought the Eastern Shuttle that flew from New York to Washington, Washington to Boston, New York to Boston. He lost that. All them Trump tires, that's nothing but laundry drug money, man.
Wow.
You don't no rich person sit up and talk about, I work $9 billion. Who you telling that to? You don't take a Rolls Royce to welfare areas. You hang out with Rolls Royce people. Now, here's what's happening. John McCain was sentenced by military court to die before a firing squad in America. And Richard Nixon canceled it. Now, I know this, the New York Times, I know this here, and Trump don't know this. What kind of trick is this? McCain even wrote the book, Something to My Father, where he apologized to his dad. And he made a deal with the North Vietnam, General Giap, a guy I know. General Giap, who 30, 40 years ago wrote a book, said, People's War, People's Army. Give me an army that's willing to die, and I will destroy any army that's willing to kill. And he did that. And John McCain made a deal when he was captured that if y'all take me back to Hanoi and put me in the hospital that you all go to, I'll tell you everything you want to know. Okay?